Hello everyone. This is the introduction to the point of view photo assignment. The purpose of this assignment is to experiment with unusual points of view. Most average photos are taken at eye level with the subject on center. For this assignment, you will purposely take photos from every position except eye level. The first category of photos that we're going to take are bird's eye point of view, which is a view from above. So imagine if you were a bird and you were looking down, what would your photos look like? Here's an example of a stairwell. So this person was obviously standing on a higher level and looking down. One of the things that I think makes this a successful photo is all of the different colors and patterns. This is another example of a bird's eye point of view. Perhaps this was taken from a second-story window or some other high vantage point. One of the things that I think makes this photo interesting is the lines. So the big, bold yellow lines, the crisp black shadow, the fact that the person is walking down the yellow line, and then the subtle patterning of the pavement. Here's a photo that could have been taken in our area. So somebody standing at the top of a staircase and looking down, and there's a beautiful forest and some water in the background. I think there's lots of places around Humboldt County where you could take a picture similar to this. Here is a photo that I think would have kind of been a little bit ordinary and maybe not that exciting if it weren't for the light that is shining through the stained glass window that's creating the colors that are on the floor. So if you have the opportunity to find a high vantage point like this, look for something interesting that you can focus on below to make your photo extra special. So here is a subway scene that is very dramatic. It has really strong leading lines and a very steep point of view. So we're looking down at this sharp angle. So a high vantage point. This is a contemporary photographer named Kylie Spare, and she takes dance-inspired photographs. She herself is a dancer, and she is usually the person that's in the photos. She likes to use dreamlike states and situations. She likes outdoor landscapes, bodies of water or ice, and she fuses her years of formal ballet training to make dramatic and performative photographs. So in this photo, we can see her laying in the water. She looks as if she might be dancing. The clouds are reflected in the dark water, and the lily pads have been gathered around her head almost like a halo or a crown. She looks very peaceful to me. Here is another photo by Kylie Spare. So in this one, she looks like she's dancing. She has an old-fashioned phonograph, and it's been arranged so it looks like the flowers are pouring out as if they are the music. So again, a bird's eye point of view, taken from above, looking down. And the last photo by Kylie Spare is her laying on the ice in a very dramatic photo. It looks like she's almost holding the dark water in her hands, as if she it's spilling out of her hands, or perhaps she's creating the cut that's in the ice and the water is kind of unfurrowing. So the next category is bug's eye point of view, and that is a view from below or from ground level. So this photo was taken at ground level, and it's not a point of view that we often see. So you are charged with getting really close, put your camera right down close to the ground and see what it looks like down there. Try to find something interesting. In this photo, we see a portrait of 4 young ladies who are the vantage point is from down below, and it makes the women look kind of regal and very classic. Here is another photo by Kylie Spare, and this one is really interesting because it's taken from partially below the water. Now, you have to have a waterproof camera to do that, so don't try that with your camera unless it's waterproof. But I love the way that the fabric from the dress is trailing into the water and kind of billowing and creating that neat movement. This photo was taken in the school parking lot. So it's just a puddle and had just the right lighting and the beautiful fall leaves, and turned out to be really great bug's eye point of view photo. Another example, something that we could perhaps find commonly in the area where we live. It has beautiful lighting, beautiful rule of thirds, nice colors. And this is a classic bug's eye point of view. So nice grass that is wet either by the dew or by rain. So if you get the opportunity to go out in the morning, you can get a photograph like this. If it happens to rain while we're doing this project, you could definitely capture a photo like this. A couple of things I really like is, again, the lighting coming in from the top middle of the photo, and then the way that the front of the photo is darker. It creates that really nice contrast. So here is your assignment. Take about half bird's eye and half bug's eye photos. So I'm not going to actually count, but I'd like for you to make it about equal. Look around your environment for interesting subjects. You may also set up your own scene to photograph, and as usual, always look for great light. Evaluate your photos carefully. Choose the ones with the strongest composition that clearly meets the project criteria. Edit your photos in Photoshop to make it look its best before you turn it in. Turn in your best bird's eye and best bug's eye photo to Google Classroom. Up until now, you've only turned in your one best photo, but this time we want you to turn in your best bird's eye and your best bug's eye photo. So make sure that for this assignment, you're turning in 2 photos. All right, everyone, that's it. Have fun with your project.